Now, before you jump straight to the comments, I'm going to say it's Ultimate Spider-Man, okay? Ultimate Spider-Man is overrated, but stick to the end to find out why. Let me explain myself, and then you can jump in the comments and, destroy me relentlessly without any mercy whatsoever. And, I'll reply to you with a smiley face, because that's what I do, okay? Let me explain. So this is part of my series where I'm playing all the Spider-Man games before Spider-Man 2 comes out later this year, and I was really looking forward to Ultimate Spider-Man. I booted it up, the presentation was there, the cell shading, the way it was presented, the comic panel type stuff. It was awesome, But as I started playing it, I got less and less excited about it. I remember this game just being a blast from start to finish. It was very short because I completed it in a day, even as a 5-year-old. But I was really expecting to just, have a blast, enjoy myself constantly. But as I played through it, it dawned on me that this game is not that good. So let's start from the beginning. Quick interruption, I've had a Discord for about a year and a half, but we're going to completely streamline it. I've just tried to. We're going to make a load of changes, so get in there, join there as soon as you can. Say hello to everyone. It's going to be a little inactive with other users because a lot of people have just forgotten about it. But just join, please, I beg. Follow my Twitter as well, it's in my channel banner, and yeah, we'll see what I can do with the social media stuff. So the story opens up with Peter Parker being attacked by Venom and Eddie, all that stuff, and it's, pretty damn good for a 2005 game. And it's easy to see why. The story, the voice acting, and everything's actually really good. It's not particularly in-depth, it doesn't really, explore many themes, but I mean, manipulation's a big theme in it, and I really enjoyed the manipulation aspect to it, especially towards the end of the game, but we'll get to that. But even so, I still feel like the story was lacking something. Maybe it's because I'm not a kid anymore, the Ultimate Spider-Man, it's made for a kid. I mean, look at it, look at the way it is, the cell shade and the color, the way the story is presented in general. It's designed to keep everyone, all audiences of all ages, you know what I mean? You're meant to enjoy it, but kids are going to enjoy it more than, grown-up people, you know what I'm saying? But even still, I just found it quite lackluster. But yeah, as I kept playing through it, playing each mission, unlocking 2 combos and, webbing, swinging, all that stuff, it did dawn on me that this is a massive downgrade to Spider-Man 2 from 2004. Now, in their defense, they only had a year to make this game, I'm pretty sure, because Spider-Man 2 came out in 2004, and then Ultimate Spider-Man came out in 2005, so, a whole year to pre-plan production, actually get development started, market it, and then release it. It's a lot to take in a year. But even still, you release the product, and I'm surprised we remember it so fondly, to be honest. So the combat in Spider-Man 2 was quite in-depth. You had uppercuts, you could control all your webs, you could web up 4 guys, you could spin around, you could throw them everywhere. You had charge attacks and air combos and everything. It was really fun. But in Ultimate Spider-Man, that's all gone. It's all gone. You don't have air attacks anymore. You can't really control your webs at all. The only time you can shoot your webs is when you're webbing someone on the floor to stop them from getting up. And that was really confusing to me because, with cell shading, you can do so much more with it rather than trying to go down the realistic route with webs and stuff like that. And it's just a missed opportunity. But even worse off was the combo system. You have 2, maybe 3 attacks in the entire game. You press square, square, triangle, or triangle, triangle, square. That's it. There's no air combos. You can't mix it up. You can't jump in the air, spin someone up, spin them around, and throw them on the ground. None of it is here, which really surprised me. But even still, I looked past that and I tried to get through the rest of the game. I did complete it. Let me get that clear. It's a short game. I did complete it. As I kept playing through it, I realized the missions were the same thing over and over again, especially with the boss battles. I mean, there are some standouts, like the final Venom boss battle with that badass cutscene where Spider-Man uppercuts him. That was really cool. But it's just so lackluster. So missions basically start like this. You go somewhere, you get in a square box that is like a building or something, you beat a bunch of guys up, and then that's it. You fight the boss and that's it. And that's really disappointing. And that goes for the side missions as well. Get to that in just a minute. It's always the same, just set in a different part of the city, which is a really odd choice. They clearly cut a lot of corners here. And I caught it pretty much almost straight away. 2-3 missions in, I was just like, hang on, this is the same mission, just slightly different. Very slightly different, which really bothered me for some reason. Well, not for some reason, I'm playing a game, I want some variety, you know what I mean? It's a Spider-Man game. Spider-Man! You know what I mean? None of this is really helped by the upgrade system, or lack thereof. There is no real upgrade system. You complete a mission, it gives you a new move, a single move, and then that's that. It's really, really odd. So there's no upgrade system whatsoever. Enemy variety is lacking. There's like 3 enemies in the entire game, so you got your basic guys, then you got like armored up guys, and then you got guys that are like ranged. That's it. That's literally it. Like, it's mad. And with all of that, it combines that with the side missions. So to progress in the story, they do the same thing as they did in Spider-Man 2. So you complete a main mission, and then you have to go do side activities to unlock the next main mission. I don't actually have an issue with that. It gives you a reason and an incentive to play the side stuff while not wasting, you know, a developer's time if you don't want to play it. Now, you got to play it. Sure, some players don't like that, but I like that. But the problem with the side missions, it's the same thing over and over again. You have time trials, so swinging, you know, all that stuff. And then you got combat stuff and then vehicle stuff, and that's it. That's it. That's the entire game, apart from one thing. And obviously, that's the thing everyone wants me to talk about, Venom. Okay, I've been very negative, but even I've got to admit, the Venom stuff is really, really cool. The Venom stuff is so cool, but it's got no depth. I'm sorry, it's got no depth. So you get to play as Venom like 3 or 4 times in the game. One of them's when you fight Wolverine, and then the others are just like basic side stuff where you fight Carnage, and you know, then you eat people, and then you progress. It's not particularly in depth, but if anything, it makes me want a full-on Venom game. We've already had Spider-Man games. We've already had Spider-Man as, you know, Black Suit Peter and everything. I want a Venom game. I want a proper Venom game, because there's so much you can do with that character. You could really push, you know, the PG stuff as well, which would be really cool. But it's still really lacking that depth. Venom, you've got 2 attacks. You've got your tentacles, so you can throw out your tentacles, beat some guy up, and it's the same combo over and over again. And you can eat people. That's it. And sure, the eating people thing's pretty cool. But just imagine like a Venom game within the Prototype engine. If you've ever played Prototype, you're basically Venom in that game, except you're a person. You can't transform into like a giant, you know, purpley, weird looking thing, you know what I mean? You're playing as Alex Mercer, but imagine a Venom game like that. Obviously, you gotta get rid of the gore, but it is what it is. Maybe put the gore in, take some risks, Marvel, do it. But just imagine that game, and that's what all I was thinking about when playing Ultimate Spider-Man. There's so much opportunity with it that it's just not, you know, it's just not used. It's just not used, unfortunately. Now, am I saying it's a bad game? Yes. From a gameplay perspective, okay? From a gameplay perspective. I know people will disagree with me, but honestly, I implore you, replay it and see what you think. If you still like it, let me know in the comments, but it just didn't work for me. Now, the story, yeah, as I mentioned, it's okay, it's good. You know what, we'll say it's good. It's nothing masterful, it's not Spider-Man 2018 or Miles Morales or anything. It's good, but that's the only good bit of the entire game. The swinging is kind of downgraded. I mean, you can climb on your webs now, which was pretty cool, but it's downgraded because the world is smaller, because of the way that you know, how the map is designed, the cell shading and PS2 and all that stuff. And that's it. They didn't really add any major improvements to the gameplay at all. Wall combat's not there. Web combat, like Web of Shadows, isn't there. You know what I mean? It's just a bit lackluster, and I'm really sad to say that, you know what I mean, because I really wanted to come into this like, oh my god, this was so good, I'm so happy I replayed it. But I think I'm just going to stick with my childhood memories on this one, because I actually enjoyed Spider-Man 2002, the PS2 game. I know, maybe you disagree with me on that as well, but I enjoyed that game, and obviously I love Spider-Man 2 on the 2004 game, so I expected to love this game, but I just didn't, I'm sorry. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. And I'm going to piss a lot of you off, but I've just got to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I've got to be truthful. My whole channel wouldn't be anything if I wasn't honest. So that's my opinion on it. So let me know what you think. If you're going to replay it, let me know. Join the Discord, as I mentioned in the start of the video, so you can, you know, give us updates or something if you want to play it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And thank you for all your support on my previous video that was super serious and super boring. I mean, it's pretty boring, wasn't it? It was just me talking. Like now, actually. There was no gameplay, though. There we go. Anyway, fuck it. Bye. Go enjoy your day.